what are people like with moon in Taurus? Well, I have a great news for you, because this is the best position for the moon from all 12 signs. This is the place where the moon feels happiest. It means people with moons in Taurus, they'll have the most stable feelings. They'll have very peaceful, stable reactions. They will not fly off the walls when something happens. These are the people who will not, get all panicky. Their emotional reaction will be stable, very comforting. They almost have healing influence while they're around them, because of this sense of calm they exude, this aura of calm, this stability they give. This is inner emotional stability they have, and they comfort others. They almost heal others, in their presence. And they emotionally, unless there are other things in their horoscope that disbalance them, but generally people with moon in Taurus, they're quite emotionally balanced and serene. Imagine a cow or in the fields, just grazing on the, I'm not saying your cows, but it's just very serene. It's imperturbable. Nothing can move you, nothing can upset you. And but another thing, because Taurus is a set sign, as I said, imagine the bull. It's set, you can't move it. It's like there, and their habits are very set. So you people who have moon in Taurus, you don't like change. You feel very emotionally insecure if there is all the time change around you. Change of place of living, change of circumstances in your life. You need stability, and this is when you strive. These are your emotional needs, for stability, for security. They don't like, unless there is a lot of Sagittarius or some other exciting sign in your horoscope. With people with moon in Taurus, they don't like too much excitement, too much unfamiliar, foreign, exotic things. They need security, they need familiarity, to know where everything is, to know that it's safe, that at home everything is the same. And the moon also shows what your mother was like, very often the mother figure in your life. So the mother was very reliable, she was always there, she would be probably great culinary cook, cook these beautiful little cakes, and or even if it's not the mother, it must have been some mother figure, like a grandmother or an aunt, and they will look, especially males with moon in Taurus, will look for the same in their partner for life. I'm not talking love relationships that are transitory, but they'll look for some stability and serenity and stableness in their wife, the person they'll marry. Very often she'll be someone very reliable, who stays by them always, who is when even the world is falling apart around them, they need to have their family base and their security base of operation, like the home, because the moon shows the home, the family, the wife. So it has to be stable, it has to be going very, as it's always been going, and it's very hard to change the habits of a moon in Taurus. It's so it's very important, if you have children with moon in Taurus, to train them from very young into good habits, because once they acquire them, it's very hard to get rid of those habits. So train them into positive habits. They'll keep them for life. And but in private, people know them, because the moon is people notice your moon. People who know you very well. Your family will be much more familiar with your moon sign characteristic than even the sun sign, So people in your family, they will know you like very affectionate in private. This is your behavior in private with your closest one. So moon in Taurus, you'll be very affectionate in private, kind of sensual and tactile. You might love to be caressed. You might cuddle up next to your partner in bed, like feel the flesh of your partner. It's very affectionate sign for the moon there. Your emotional reactions will be very calm. You won't panic, but they also be very loving. There's warmness and sentimentality around these people. And because they're so faithful and loyal, they so don't like change. It's very interesting statistic that people with moon in Taurus, often because they're so set in staying with their wife or current partner or their husband, that because they'll overlook a lot of disturbing situations in the relationship, so they'll stay so much longer in a relationship that is even not functioning well than anyone else. So there is a statistic that there are a lot of people with moon in Taurus who who have extramarital relationships. I'm not saying that you're all cheaters, but because you don't want to change the status quo, you'd rather have something on the side than, disrupt the marital stability. But please don't take this, too too personally. Taurus is also a very faithful sign. They love the familiar things, so you're not the devil. This is the best place of the moon, as I said. And they love, the moon is how you feel most comfortable, what comforts you the most. And Taurus, it needs luxury, it needs sensual pleasure to feel good, to feel secure, as I said, stability, and needs good food, because Taurus is the sign of the five senses, of all the sensual pleasures. So good food, good views, beautiful pictures, luxurious surrounding, good materials to touch, to dress yourself in. This is what gives you comfort. This is what makes you feel, I'm safe, I'm in my own castle, I'm in my own environment. And the easiest way to disrupt the Taurus is to deprive them of these sensual and material comforts that they're so used to deprive them of their routine and the security they have, and the sameness that they like in their day. This will really throw them off balance. Sometimes they might it's very rare to get a Taurus moon to react aggressively and upset. As I say again, imagine the bull, it's a very peaceful animal, it just wants to be left to graze alone. But if you really, really hit drive them, really, really upset them, after they'll react, they'll go mad, just like a bull. Imagine the nose flares up and they can't calm down for hours after that. They're very slow to react, but once they react, it takes them forever to calm down, because also this moon in Taurus has the ability to forget for very long, because it's a fixed sign, it's an earth sign, it keeps everything. It doesn't forget, remembers for years and years, and very long memories, so be careful, And it takes them time to calm down, but it's very rare that they get to fly off the walls. But as I said, they're slow to forgive and forget. Another thing, this moon in Pisces, moon in Taurus, at home, they might be very good cooks, because these are the sensual pleasures they enjoy. And their home surrounding has to be peaceful, has to be very well, easy on the eye, has to be very well decorated, very harmonious surrounding. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty and of art. So they can have very arty abilities as well in them, and their surrounding has to be very peaceful, very Venusian, very luxurious, as I said, or at least beautiful, harmonious. Can't have raucous, loud music too much around them, or a crazy house, as I said, stable surroundings at home. And another thing for moon in Taurus, emotionally, because they hold on so long for emotions, they can be very possessive. Not only of partners, of possessions as well. They don't want to let go of things they possess, of material things, because it gives them a sense of security. So they might, it's very often Taurus, people with Taurus in moon to collect things, It gives them stability, it makes them feel safe, Maybe collect, I'm not saying even expensive things, but it can be clothes that they don't want to throw out, or things that they hold on for a long time, they need this material comfort. It, as I said, gives them sense of stability. And well, I think I gave you a pretty good picture of what people with moon in Taurus is. It's the best position, they say so far, for the moon, because the emotions don't fly off the wall. These are people who are very, not very adaptable, but very stable and reliable. They're sweethearts, There is a tranquil, peaceful energy around them, very healing and serene, and they're seldom spontaneous, but very healing energy around them. Well, that's it for the moon in Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it.